Have you ever thought about how much of our lives we spend just waiting? We work hard, we struggle, we put everything on the line, and then we hold our breath and wait. We wait for the fruit, for the result, for that one moment when the world will tell us if our hard work was a success or a failure. Buddha explains that during this wait, a constant restlessness stirs within us, an unknown fear, 1,000 questions. Will I succeed? What if this doesn't work out? What will people think of me? Buddha says this anxiety, this stress, it starts to eat away at our soul like a termite, long before the fruit is even ripe. Today, we won't talk about the hard work you do. You already know how to work hard. Today, we will talk about the anxiety that steals the joy of all your hard work. We will understand the deep human struggle that arises between the action and its result. Buddha says, a person's suffering is not in the action itself. A person's suffering is in tying themselves to the fruit of that action. According to Buddha, this is a bond that scares us even before we act, keeps us restless while we act, and doesn't let us sit in peace even after we have acted. Today's journey is about understanding this bond and becoming free from it. We will explore why our mind becomes so obsessed with the result, what price we pay for this obsession, and how, by following the path shown by Buddha, we can rediscover the joy of action itself without worrying about the fruit. So listen to these words very carefully. This is not just a sermon. This is a map to finding that deep peace that comes to every person who treats their work as worship, and the result as a gift from the universe. According to Buddha, our mind is a machine that lives in the future. It never stays in the now. When you are working, your body is in the present moment, but your mind is traveling in the fantasies of the future. It sees visions of success and becomes happy. It sees visions of failure and becomes scared. Buddha explains, this is the mind's habit, to always jump to the conclusion, and its roots are very deep. This is what we have been taught since childhood. We were praised for our grades, not for our efforts. We were respected for the trophies we won, not for our hard work. Buddha says, society has embedded this idea in our minds that your worth is not in your action, but in the result of your action. And this one wrong belief has stolen the real joy of work from us. We have turned hard work into a burden. According to Buddha, it has become like a bitter medicine that we must drink to get the sweet fruit of success. We have forgotten that work, in itself, is a joy. To learn something new, to refine your skills, to be completely absorbed in a task. Buddha says, this in itself is a deep meditation, a celebration. But the worry about the fruit turns this celebration into a stressful exam. When we become attached to the fruit, our I, our ego, attaches its identity to that fruit. Buddha explains, this happens very subtly. The mind says, if I pass this exam, then I am a success. If this business works out, then I am capable. If I get a yes in this relationship, then I am worthy of love, and the opposite is just as true. If I fail, then I am a failure. If my business fails, then I am incapable. Buddha says, we have made the result the measure of our capability and our identity. Now it's not just the outcome of a task, it's the verdict on our entire existence. And when your entire being is at stake, it's natural for anxiety and fear to arise. Buddha says, this is ignorance. You are not the fruit, you are not the result. Success and failure are just like the weather, they come and go. According to Buddha, you are the sky in which these clouds of success and failure drift by. But you have identified yourself with one small cloud. When that cloud shines, you feel happy. When that cloud rains, you feel sad. You have completely forgotten that you are the vast sky, which should not be affected by these small clouds. We pay a very heavy price for this attachment. Buddha explains, the first price is the decline in the quality of our work. When our entire focus is on the fruit, we forget to respect the process. We start looking for shortcuts. We don't seek the best way to do the work. We seek the quickest way to get the result. Buddha says, a sculptor who is only sculpting to sell the statue will never be able to pour his soul into the stone. A student who is only studying to get grades will never know the joy of knowledge. The worry about the fruit makes your work shallow and lifeless. The second price is constant anxiety and stress. According to Buddha, when you think about something that is not in your control, anxiety is born. You can work hard, that is in your control. You can give your 100%, that is in your control. But the fruit, Buddha says, the fruit depends on hundreds of other things that are beyond your control. When you stake your mental peace on something you cannot command, you surrender yourself to endless stress and restlessness. And the third, most tragic price is losing the joy of life. Buddha reminds us, life is not in the future. Life is now, in this very moment. But the worry about the fruit steals you away from this moment. Even while working, you are not really there. Even when you are with friends, you are not really there. Your body is present, but your mind is entangled in some imaginary outcome in the future. Buddha says slowly, living becomes a burden. Every task becomes a stress. Every challenge becomes a fear. The path of the Buddha is the path of freedom from this burden. It is not a path of despair, but of awakening. If you can understand how the worry about the fruit is making you sick, you are on the right path, because what is recognized can be changed. Buddha doesn't say that you should stop working, or that you shouldn't have any desire for the fruit. Having a desire is natural. Buddha says, have a desire, but don't be attached to it. Work, but don't tie your identity to the fruit of your work. According to Buddha, the way to do this is through witnessing. That is, watching like an audience. When you are working, just watch your mind. See how it repeatedly runs into the future. See how it creates stories of success and failure. Buddha explains, you don't have to fight it, you just have to watch it. Like you watch cars passing on the street. You are not the car, you are the watcher. Slowly, as you start to just watch this habit of your mind, a space begins to form between you and your thoughts. Buddha says, the grip that your thoughts have on you starts to loosen. Buddha shows us the first step. Make the work itself the reward. When you do a task, don't think of it as a means to get something else. Think of the task itself as your destination. If you are painting a picture, according to Buddha, your joy is not in the beautiful painting that will be created in the end. Your joy is in every single stroke of the brush. Your joy is in watching the colors mix with each other. Your joy is in getting completely lost on that canvas. Buddha says, when you learn to find joy in the process, the result becomes less important. If the fruit comes, that's good. If it doesn't, there's no sorrow, because you already found your joy while doing the work. Buddha's second key is understanding the circle of your control. Buddha gives the example of a farmer. What is in his control? Choosing good quality seeds, plowing the field at the right time, sowing the seeds, watering and fertilizing on time, removing the weeds. That's it. His control ends right there. Now, whether it will rain on time or not, whether a storm will come or not, whether pests will attack the crop or not, Buddha says, this is not in his control. A wise farmer focuses all his attention on what is in his control, that is, his work. And what is not in his control, he leaves it to nature, to existence. According to Buddha, this is true surrender. This is karma yoga. In your own life, identify where your control lies. Put all your energy into that circle. And the rest? Just let it go. Buddha's third and deepest step is to redefine success and failure. In the world's eyes, success means getting the desired result, and failure means not getting the desired result. Buddha says, this definition itself is wrong. Real success is not getting a desired outcome. According to Buddha, real success is maintaining your peace of mind in any situation. Real success is giving your 100%, and then, whatever the result may be, accepting it with a calm mind. Buddha explains, if you are not overjoyed in victory and not completely broken in defeat, then you are successful. If your happiness is not a slave to external circumstances, then you are successful. When you start to see life from this perspective, an amazing transformation happens. Fear disappears from within you. Buddha says, when there is no fear of failure, you will have the courage to take on the biggest tasks. You will not be afraid to experiment. You will not be afraid to fall. Your creativity and your potential will fully blossom. The irony is that when you completely let go of worrying about the fruit, the chances of getting a better fruit often increase. Because, according to Buddha, you are now working not in stress, but in joy. When you work free from the worry of the fruit, a new depth comes into your relationships. Buddha says, you don't do things for people so that you will get something in return. You just give for the joy of giving. Your service, your love, becomes unconditional. A deep peace is born within you. Buddha explains, this peace does not depend on whether today was a good day or a bad day. This peace comes from the deep knowing that you gave your best, and you left the rest to existence. There is a beautiful story of the Buddha. A master was teaching archery to his disciple. He asked the disciple to aim at the target. The disciple aimed. His breath was fast. His hands were trembling. His entire focus was on the target he had to hit. The master said, "Stop. Your focus is in the wrong place." The disciple was surprised. The master said, "The target is in the future. Your body, your breath, your bow, all are in the present moment. You are trying to hit the future with the present. That's why you are restless. Forget the target. Just focus on your breath. Feel every moment of pulling the bowstring. Feel the weight of the arrow." Buddha says, when your entire being is in this one moment, the arrow will find its target on its own. This is the essence of work hard, don't worry about the fruit, as explained by Buddha. Bring your entire focus, your entire consciousness, into this moment of action. Don't stain this moment with the regrets of the past or the worries of the future. So today, take a pause in this race. Stop waiting for that fruit that may or may not ever come, and feel the joy that is present right now, in this very moment in your work. Perhaps these breaths that are flowing, perhaps these hands that are working, perhaps this moment that you have been given. Buddha asks, is this not enough to be joyful? This journey of remembering yourself begins with being fully present in the moment of action. You don't need to search for anything outside. According to Buddha, all the treasure, all the joy is right here, inside you. Just open your eyes and turn your work from a burden into a celebration.